Good morning, students. Today we will do book exercise of chapter 8 non-finites. Worksheet number 1. Read the following. She loves to cook food. They love to cook food. In the above sentences, the verb love changes its form to agree with its subjects. She loves, they love. It means for singular we use loves and for plural we use they love. Now look at the verb to cook in the both sentences. Does it changes? No, they are not changed. To cook in first sentence and to cook in second sentence, here the verb to cook is same. Remember, verbs that are limited by the person or the number of subject are finite verbs. Verbs that are not limited by the person or the number of the subject are non-finite verbs. Read the few more examples. The questions appears to be easy. The questions appear to be easy. Question and questions. We change the verb appear. For singular we use appears and for plural we use appear. But to be in both the sentences are same. In next sentence, the torn chart papers were replaced. The torn chart paper was replaced. We have changed were replaced and was replaced, but we don't change the torn. Talking parrots are rare. A talking parrot is rare. The verb in bold in the above sentences are non-finite verbs. The verb in color are the finite verbs. And look at the table given below. We have discussed it. Non-finite infinitive 2 plus the verb participle ing form, in present participle ing form, in past participle ed or en, and gerund ing, cooking and speaking. Tense are to agree to the subject in number persons and so they change form. Tense according the subject in number or person, we will change the form. In non-finite, verb does not change its form. Hence, it is also called a verb without tense. And worksheet number 2, the infinitive. He agreed to play the match. There are two verbs, agreed and play. And to play is the infinitive. When we use to before the verb, then it is the infinitive verb. I decided to buy the dress. To buy, infinitive. An infinitive is formed by adding to the base form of the verb. Infinitive can be used without to. Sometimes we use the infinitive without to, then it is called bare infinitives. And complete the sentences given below by filling the blanks with the infinitive form of the verb in the brackets. Here we use in all the sentences to plus verb. To switch on the computer, press the green button. To hear him singing is a pleasure. My idea of happiness is to spend time with my family. And your job is to deliver the packet on time. The baby doesn't want to go to sleep. Everyone has the right to speak their mind. Ritika is keen to meet her friends. To see them together was a pleasant experience. I like to eat cereals in breakfast. They want to dance. And in worksheet number 3, read the examples given below. I fail to understand. To understand, again, the infinitive. And in all the sentences, we use main verb and plus infinitive verb to invite, to sue, and there are some words: agree, offer, forget, decide, fail, plan, hesitate, learn, refuse, hope, prepare, promise, manage, wish, want, seem. And on next page, you will take these words from the box and then to write the some sentences, your own sentences, and make sure that these verbs are followed by to infinitive. And in worksheet number 4, a to infinitive can be used in various patterns. Study the following sentences and understand these patterns. They hope to receive the letter soon. She refused to comment on the matter. Refused and hoped, verb, and to receive and to comment, infinitive. And next example, she remembered where to contact him. Remember, main verb, and where, question word, and to contact. And now verbs such as ask, decide, explain, forget, learn, remember generally follow this pattern. And you will read these all the examples where question word to infinitive verb. You will read these all the words like advise, allow, invite, order, permit, remind, force. Such pattern. I need a stapler to bind the papers. You need a hammer to fix this chair. Hammer, noun, or it may be pronoun also, and then to fix, infinitive. These all are the examples. And now complete the following sentences using an infinitive construction. There are some sentences, incomplete sentences, and we will complete these sentences by using to and verb. It means infinitive verb. The company wanted manager to manage office. The minister promised the public to make dam over the river. I somehow managed to get a bus. We need a compass to make a circle. Ask a plumber to fix the tap. The teacher will explain to us how to use the rules of modals in English. Can you tell me where to go? The doctor advised the patient to stay on bed for 7 days. I expect him to come. I expected him to get the award. And there are some sentences, sentence number 11, 12, 13 and 14 you will do in your homework. And now the worksheet number 5. And here we use the bare infinitive. And what is the bare infinitive? When we use the verb without to. When we use the verb without to. Read the following example. We must see your doctor today. Here we have the modal must, should. And after the modal we don't use to. We use only simple verb. You must see your doctor today. We all should teach at least one underprivileged child. Should, modal, and we use teach. In the above examples, the infinitive has been used without to. It is called bare infinitive. Modals are always followed by the infinitive without to. And when we use ought, then we use to, ought to. Also, verbs of perceptions such as see, hear, will, feel, know are followed by an infinitive without to. Such verbs let, bid, make are also followed by a bare infinitive. And you know it very well what is the bare infinitive when we use the verb without to. Here are example. She can read the whole novel in one day. Can, modal, and read, infinitive. He heard someone sing in the dead of night. Let me talk to him. Let, whenever we have the let in the sentence, we don't use to before the verb. Make him realize his mistake. In case of dare and need, we use to infinitive in the affirmative sentence. Yes. If we have the affirmative sentence, then we use after need to. But if we have the negative sentence like this, you need not, then we remove to. And read the sentences given below. There is one error, omission in each sentence. Discuss with your friends. The teacher made him stand. We remove to. You need not do it. Let them enter the room. You dare not talk to me. Bid them go out. I must reach my school by 7 a.m. You ought to drive slowly in the residential areas. I have to write a few letters before I go to bed. I used to study late at night during those days. We have to reach the station early to catch the train. You ought to stop at traffic signals. You ought to read this book. It is very good. And worksheet number 6, read the following sentences and tick the correct option. I am so tired that I want to lie and go to sleep. It is easier to flatter than to praise. Tanvi is ready to go anywhere but visit Delhi. I like to read as well as to write poetry. Do you want to meet the clients now or wait till evening? Rishi had nothing to do except to watch TV. Riti has to work as well as to look after her family. I have to buy vegetables and cook food. It is better to live in obscurity than to be notorious. I would like to visit Kolkata and see the Howrah Bridge. And remember, when two infinitive structures are joined by linkers such as and, or, but, then, except, as well as, the second one is mostly without to. And worksheet number 7, the ing form. The crying baby hugged his mother. And in above example, the word crying made from the verb cry by adding ing. It is thus like a verb. However, it is also describing the baby, the adjective of the baby, crying baby. Crying is the adjective of baby, which is a noun. So, crying is also acting as an adjective. When this is like adjective, then it is the participle, and when it is like the noun, it is gerund. A word which is like a verb but acts like an adjective is called a participle. And there are two types of participle: present perfect, present participle, ing form. Past participle usually ends with ed, d, n, en. The broken cup. Broken derived from the verb brick. And cup is noun. So, and remember, a word which is like a verb but acts like a noun is called a gerund. And remember, a participle is a verbal adjective formed from a verb and acting like a adjective. Flying birds. The adjective of flying is the adjective and it is used for birds. A gerund is the verbal noun formed from a verb and acting like a noun. Men always dreamed of flying in the sky. And here, worksheet number 8, read the sentences given below and write P for participle and G for gerunds. Ramit is fond of playing cricket. Playing gerund. Can you stop complaining? It is the participle. The grumbling boss left the office in the huff. Participle, grumbling boss. The screaming kids ran to the street. Participle, kids are screaming. Washing dishes is a tiring chore. This is the gerunds. Smiling people, participle, adjective. Here, smiling is the adjective. Overspreading on road is an offense. Overspreading, here it is used as a gerund. Smoking is prohibited here. Smoking, gerund. The actor started combing her hair, gerund. Combing, gerund. Withering leaves often indicate the arrival of winter. This is the adjective. Adjective of leaves. And my dear students, rest of the exercise we will do in our next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.